What is the process of a family constellation? Normally, in a group session, everybody's sitting in a circle and the client is sitting close to the facilitator. So when the client sits, the facilitator asks what is the topic, the issue, the reason why the client wants to do the constellation. And depending on the topic, whatever is going on, the facilitator is going to ask the client to tell some of the people in the group to stand up and to represent whoever needs to be represented. The client, the mother, the father, the topic, each situation is different. And then we wait to see what happens. What are the representatives showing? They start showing the entanglements, the problem, what needs to be seen, what needs to be healed. There's movements and healing movements that happen on their own. And often, the facilitator is going to ask the client to say some words. And when I do the sessions, I always tell the client that they can say it in their own words. They don't have to use exactly my words. And that if they don't feel comfortable saying something, to let me know. They don't need to feel forced to say or do anything that they don't want to. Just to let me know and we'll work with it. There's always a reason for everything. So we're not denying things. So if the client does not feel comfortable saying something, we'll work with it. We'll accept that. We'll see why that is important as well. And what we're looking here is also for the movement of the representatives. What's going on with them? How has the healing shifted the movements? Are they still with the entanglement, with the blocked emotions? What are they showing us? And we continue until there is a healing, there is a release, there is a difference, there is something that has changed, a reconciliation. So we want the client to be standing up, to be with strength, to be in life. And the work that gets done is like a process to get the client to heal, to connect, to accept, to honor, to include everybody, and to say yes to life. And according to what the client says and how the representatives react to that, it gives us information if there's more work needed or if that is enough, that the healing has taken place already. And this is how we do the constellation. Once we realize that that has taken place, then that's a good place to stop the constellation and everybody goes and sits down in their place. And that's how we do the constellation in a group session. When I'm doing a one-to-one session, I do it in a very similar way. So what I do is that I do all the different representations and I put pieces of paper on the ground to do each representation. So it's a little bit like a group session, but more like in slow motion because I'm going from one representation to the other one. And I'm always explaining to the client what's going on. So this is the only difference. So basically it's the same, but when I'm doing it on my own, then I do all the different representations. And that's how I do the one-to-one sessions.